The movie begins in 1991. A woman named Jessica is playing with a music box when a clown figure suddenly pops out. She is out with her friends, enjoying the night around a bonfire near Baypen corn syrup factory. Later, she walks into a cornfield, flirtatiously teasing her boyfriend, who follows her. She hides in the field, and her boyfriend notices a large shoe print on the ground. As he cautiously searches for her, Jessica suddenly appears and vomits blood on him. He notices a wound on her head. Just then, someone comes running toward him. Panicking, he starts to run and crashes into a scarecrow. At that moment, a clown emerges and attacks him, ultimately killing him. The movie shifts to the present day as Glenn and his daughter Quinn drive into the small town of Kettle Springs, their new home. The house is run down, and while exploring, they notice houseflies near the fireplace. Quinn cautiously investigates with a rod, only for a dead animal to fall out, startling them. Animal control later removes the carcass. Later, from her bedroom window, Quinn spots the abandoned Baypen corn syrup factory in the distance. The next morning, as she heads out for her first day at school, she's startled by a man at the door. Glenn joins them, and the man introduces himself as their neighbor, Rustin. Glenn introduces himself and Quinn. Rustin offers to walk her to school, and during their brief chat, he warns her to be careful about who she befriends. Quinn arrives late to class, drawing curious glances as she takes her seat. A group of students prank their teacher, Mr. Verne, who retaliates with a surprise test. He also detains Quinn for her tardiness, and when a boy named Cole defends her, he's detained too. There's an instant spark between them. Later, Quinn learns that Cole and his friends, Janet, Ronnie, Tucker, and Matt run a popular YouTube channel known for prank videos. As they get to know each other, Quinn asks, "Why does everything here feel stuck in the 90s? Ronnie grins, because for everyone over 30, it still is. Curious, Quinn asks about Founders Day, and Cole explains it's a silly holiday his family invented to celebrate corn. His great-grandfather created Baypen corn syrup a century ago. The group adds that Cole's dad practically runs the town. Every year, there's a parade centered around the Frendo float, honoring the company's mascot. Quinn asks, "Who's Frendo?" Cole says, "He's the clown on every Baypen label, a local legend." Janet adds, "So we made him a serial killer." Ronnie grins, "On our YouTube channel, 65,000 subscribers. They show her prank videos where they scare people dressed as a killer Frendo." Later, Glenn and Quinn are seen at a local restaurant. The town sheriff, Dunn, stops by, and it's revealed that Glenn is Kettle Springs' new doctor. Glenn introduces Quinn, and during their chat, Dunn mentions the recent fire at the old corn syrup factory. He then spots a group of teens lingering nearby and subtly warns Quinn to stay away from them. Glenn invites Dunn to join them for a meal, and he agrees, but Quinn excuses herself and slips outside to join the group. That night, they're seen partying. When Matt steps away to pee, Quinn asks about the factory fire. Cole explains they had filmed a video there, sneaking in without permission, but claim they didn't start the fire. The official report blamed faulty wiring. Ronnie adds, "No one really believes that." The scene cuts to Matt. Something approaches him. He screams and runs back, clutching his intestines. Suddenly, Frendo appears, terrified. Quinn bolts, only for Cole to stop her and telling her it's a prank. They were shooting her reaction. Later, Cole and Quinn talk. Quinn shares her mom died of an overdose, and her dad had a breakdown, forcing them to move to Kettle Springs, where he took a job as a family doctor. Cole reveals his younger sister died last summer. She tried jumping off a cliff into the reservoir, but didn't make it far enough. Janet interrupts, and Cole offers to drop Quinn home. She kisses him, but Glenn arrives, and Quinn quickly gets out. Glenn warns Cole to stay away from her. Later, Glenn confronts Quinn for leaving without telling him. She snaps back, accusing him of moving them without asking. He says she agreed to what he needed, but she argues, "It never mattered what I wanted. We just run away when things get hard. I don't want to run anymore. I just want to be okay." She storms off to her room. Later, her friends share the video of her prank. She watches it, laughing until she notices another clown in the background. She takes a screenshot and shares it with the group. Tucker checks the screenshot when he gets a doorbell alert. It's Frendo, right at his front door. Thinking it's a prank, he approaches the door, finds it open, and notices muddy shoe prints leading into the house. He hears a toilet flush upstairs and finds a plastic sheet on the floor. As he investigates, he opens a wardrobe and finds a music box inside. When he plays it, a clown pops out. Suddenly, Frendo attacks him, slits his throat, and wraps his body in the plastic sheet. The next day, Cole's father prepares for the Founders' Day parade. He welcomes the crowd, celebrating the 100th annual event, praising tradition and small-town values. As the parade begins, Quinn asks about the clown screenshot. Ronnie suggests it might be Rustin. Janet adds, noting he and Cole were once friends. Cole asks if anyone's seen Tucker. Ronnie says he's not responding. Janet mentions they're planning to film a prank video and asks Cole to shoot while they cut down the Frendo mascot effigy. Later, Cole invites Quinn to a party. Suddenly, a clown appears in the parade, juggling bombs. One falls into a truck, causing a fire. The Frendo effigy topples over. Sheriff Dunn arrives and blames Cole, accusing him of staging it for his channel, and he arrests them all. Quinn protests, saying he can't hold them without charges. Cole replies that this is just how things work in Kettle Springs. Quinn mutters that she's so dead. An old man nearby warns them, saying they should never mess with Frendo. After a while, they're released, and Glenn arrives to pick up Quinn. She immediately starts defending herself and Cole, but Glenn snaps, saying, "First attention, now jail?" Quinn replies that something's seriously off with the old people in this town. Glenn grounds her until further notice. She notices the new car but isn't impressed. "I don't know how to drive stick," she says. Glenn replies, "I know. It was supposed to be a bonding thing, so you could experience the joy and trauma of my generation." She remains uninterested. Meanwhile, Matt is seen working out when he spots the music box. Thinking it's a prank by his friends, he throws it aside and continues. Suddenly, the clown pops out from music box. Then Frendo grabs Matt's barbell rod. Matt assumes it's Tucker messing around until Frendo attaches a sharp saw blade to the rod, laughs, and decapitates him. Then, he casually walks off carrying Matt's head. That night, Cole texts Quinn that he's waiting outside. She sneaks out and they drive to the party together. On the way, Cole gives her the music box. When she asks where he got it, he says stuff like that is all over town. As she plays it, suddenly someone appears in front of their car.
"You're still watching? Good. Like, comment, and subscribe to Recapss Horror."
It's Rustin returning from a hunt. Cole tells Quinn they used to go hunting together, then drives on. They arrive at the corn syrup factory where the party is being held. Ronnie welcomes them. Cole asks about Matt and Tucker, but no one's heard from them. Janet assumes they're planning a prank. Later, Cole addresses the crowd, saying his great-grandfather founded the town, but it's time to move forward and reimagine its future. "Let's have a rocking party." Cole and Quinn dance and enjoy the party. Rustin arrives and Quinn leads Cole to a quiet spot and kisses him. After a while, Cole asks her to stop, saying he's overwhelmed and unsure of what he wants. Quinn, hurt, tells him to figure it out and walks away. Outside, Janet taunts Quinn about Cole rejecting her, and a fight breaks out. Suddenly, they hear a scream. Ginger stumbles out of the cornfield and collapses. Janet and Ronnie stop Quinn from screaming, insisting it's just a prank by Matt and Tucker. They begin mocking Ginger, when suddenly a severed head flies through the air and lands in front of them. Janet removes the Frendo mask from it. It's Matt's head. Still thinking it's fake, she tosses it to Ronnie, who complains about getting corn syrup on her top. But Quinn checks Ginger and realizes she is actually dead. Ronnie screams as Frendo bursts from the cornfield and kills a boy on the spot. The girls flee. Quinn saves Janet from another attack, and as they run, Rustin appears, tells them to duck, and shoots Frendo. Rustin explains Frendo slashed everyone's tires and pulled out the car batteries. He tells Quinn to remove the mask. As she reaches for it, several more clowns charge out of the corn with weapons. Rustin shoots one, and as another attacks Quinn, Cole arrives just in time to save her. The group rushes into a room as clowns chase them. Cole locks the door. Meanwhile, Glenn goes to apologize to Quinn and finds her room empty. Inside the room, Ronnie realizes there's no signal. Clowns pound on the door. As a clown is about to break in, Rustin shoots it. Cole scolds him for wasting bullets, calling him stupid. Rustin snaps back, accusing Cole of throwing away what they had. Cole denies it. Rustin says, "Why can't you admit who you are?" The girls are stunned. Cole angrily kicks a bucket, revealing a drain hole. They open it as a clown tries breaking in. Meanwhile, Glenn sends a voice message to Quinn, then notices his clinic door is broken. Inside, a clown holds a knife to his throat and forces him to treat an injured clown, threatening Quinn's life. Back in the factory, the group creates a distraction. One by one, they escape through the drain. As the clowns nearly break in, Rustin sets the flammables on fire. The girls escape. Just as Clown enters the space, a car with flammables moves towards them, and a blast happens. Cole wants to save Rustin, but Quinn says they have only one bullet left. They need to go to the Tillersons. They run into the cornfield. At the clinic, Glenn asks to remove the patient's mask, but is denied. He realizes that the clowns are coordinating through walkie-talkies. He tricks one into turning around and quietly takes the walkie-talkie from the injured clown. Meanwhile, the group reaches the road and flags down a car. It's Sheriff Dunn. They tell him about the clown attacks, but he arrests Cole, thinking it's all a prank for an online video. He drives off with him. Quinn wonders why he only took Cole. Janet suggests heading to the Tillersons to get help. They re-enter the cornfield. Ronnie protests, but has no choice but to follow. They move cautiously through the field when a clown with a chainsaw suddenly appears behind them. Panicked, they all run, with the clown chasing after them. Just then, another clown appears in front of them, forcing them to change direction. They hide quietly in a spot, trying not to make a sound. Janet covers Ronnie's mouth. Quinn does the same to Janet. Suddenly, a clown grabs Quinn. She hits him, and they flee again. A clown slashes Ronnie with the chainsaw, killing her. Quinn and Janet scream and keep running as the clown cuts off Ronnie's leg. Eventually, the girls reach the Tillersons' house and rush inside, only to find a clown sitting in a chair. Janet cautiously checks him and realizes he's already dead. Suddenly, a phone rings upstairs. They rush up, but the line is dead. Janet says to call 911, but Quinn asks, "Where are the buttons?" They don't know how to use the old phone. Then they spot photos of themselves and newspaper clippings of past victims in a pinboard. Just then, a music box plays and a clown pops out, startling them. Realizing it's a trap, they run to the exit, but the clown's gone. Suddenly, he appears with a pitchfork and stabs Janet. Quinn quickly strikes the clown and tries to save Janet. As he lunges toward her, Quinn grabs the pitchfork and stabs him with it. She takes the car keys and leaves. Meanwhile, Glenn tricks and stabs a clown in the neck. The clown pulls the knife out, bleeding heavily, and collapses. Through the walkie-talkie, Glenn hears the clowns are after Quinn and plan to take her to the Bay Pen factory, so he rushes out. Quinn reaches the car, but it's a manual. She struggles to drive it and spots a clown in the cornfield. Surrounded, one clown grabs her from behind. The screen cuts to black. She's then shown being dragged into a warehouse. There, the clowns reveal their identities: Sheriff Dunn, townspeople, and her teacher, Mr. Vern. Dunn shocks Quinn. She screams, "Why are you doing this?" A man says, "Because it's Founder's Day tradition." Quinn recognizes him. He is Cole's dad, Arthur. He claims to have disowned Cole. Quinn insists she's done nothing. Arthur silences her, saying Kettle Springs is a good town filled with good people, and keeping it that all these years hasn't been easy. Every generation brings a bad crop. He rants about past outsiders, hobos in the 30s, hippies in the 60s, burnouts in the 90s, and says her generation is the worst, a blight that must be culled. He reveals Cole tied up. Quinn shouts, "He's your son," Arthur replies. "Not since he let his sister die and burn down the factory." Cole fights back, yelling, "You just pretend to care. You're the ones who messed everything up. You don't care about the earth or the next generation. But guess what? The world's going to change whether you like it or not. And that's what scares you the most." Arthur claps mockingly. Dunn asks to kill Quinn. As Dunn prepares to shoot, Glenn bursts in. killing a townsman as another woman collapses. He then takes on Vern, who lunges at him. Glenn knocks him down. Quinn grabs the electric baton and shocks Dunn. Glenn tells her to run. She does, locking herself in a room only to be startled by Frendo mannequins. Just then, Dunn starts banging hard on the door as Quinn struggles to free her tied hands. Dunn manages to break in and moves forward to find Quinn. Meanwhile, Arthur attacks Glenn and tries to hang Cole by driving a car out from under him. Dunn finds Quinn and says, "That's the problem of your generation. You think you're smarter than us." He shoots, but she's behind him and electrocutes him in the mouth, which eventually kills him. Cole tells Arthur the truth will come out. Arthur says, "People believe what you tell them." Cole accuses him of burning the factory for insurance. Arthur blinks and admits. Arthur then drives off, leaving Cole hanging, and Glenn rushes to hold his legs. Just then, Rustin arrives and shoots the rope. Cole falls safely. He and Rustin kiss and have their moment. Quinn watches, stunned, says such a confusing night, and rushes to hug her dad. They all then move out and escape in the car. Quinn panics. It's a stick shift again. Glenn calms her down and helps her drive. The car slowly moves forward when suddenly, Vern appears with a saw. Quinn, in anger, speeds up, hits him, and drives ahead. Later, Quinn is seen with packed bags. She hugs Glenn. Cole and Rustin arrive. She hugs Cole. Rustin gifts her a collapsible baton. She jokes, "Hope I don't need it for killer clowns again." She then leaves, but finds the music box in the back seat. She throws it out and a clown pops out. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the chills, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a scare. Until next time, stay spooky.